And let's start with a evergreen wreath filled with mesh, and we're going to go in with this cute little bunny, which we are going to make a hole with a skewer and insert a wire so we can attach it to our beautiful wreath base. You don't have to use the mesh if you don't like. I wanted the color, and now we're just adding in greenery. I'm using boxwood, and I'm just going to start spreading the cheer and the joy of springtime, right? And I always like to add in the front and on the side of the wreath so that whenever we look at it, it has a cohesive look. And when you're adding whatever elements, you want to make sure that you stay within the shape of your wreath. And I decided to put 2 smaller bows instead of 1 big one because the bunny is already taking over. And I wanted the bunny to be the center of the attention. So I just made 2 small bows. And of course, once we make the bow, we trim the tails to whatever size best fits the wreath. And there we go. We put the second bow on the top, opposite side. Now I'm going in with some yellow forsythia, and I'm just putting branches here and there. I'm keeping the yellow more toward the back of the wreath, if that makes sense, so that once I go in with our purple filler flowers, then it will create a nice layered look from the yellow bunny to the purple flowers and then the yellow fillers in the back. And there is a little bit more of a contrast. And again, I'm going in. This forsythia that I'm using was a long garland that I no longer, I didn't want to use as a garland, so I just made it into smaller pieces to add to my wreath. And now I'm just going in with these purple little fillers that also have a different shade and texture of greenery. I just wanted to keep my wreath with a light, hairy feel. So I changed my mind and I didn't put the bigger flowers anymore. I was going to put in some peonies, but I decided not to. You can totally go ahead and add more or add less to your wreath. It's always up to what you prefer. And again, with the touches of lavender and purple, I'm going all around the wreath, making sure that everything looks nice and uniform. And it's starting to look nice and full, and I love all the greenery that it's longer, and then when you hang it on the door with a little bit of a wind, it moves and it really looks like a natural field of flowers. And just making sure that we have all the elements between and behind and around our bows. And just keep on filling around. I went in with these cute little eggs. Of course, I have to add a little touch of, more Easter with the cute little eggs. I had 1 pick. I broke it down into smaller pieces and I placed it here and there. And they have very small white and pink delicate flowers, and it just added the perfect touch without overwhelming my wreath. This was just such a fun wreath to make. And that's it. Look at that beauty. And you want to make sure that you always have coverage on the side as well. So when we hang it, it looks nice everywhere. So sometimes you gotta face reality, I always say, right? So I needed to turn the wreath to myself because I did notice that there was one empty spot. So we went and fixed that up and made sure that everything was full and uniform. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys soon.